I've got the power to make all my dreams come true. I've got the power, there ain't nothing I can't do. I've got the power to be anything I want. I've got the power inside of me. Yeah, I've got the power inside of me. Well, welcome, my wonderful friends. Thank you, Karen Drucker, for that fantastic song. And thank you, Spirit, for allowing me and us to be able to move forward with the power in our lives to connect with the oneness of all that is. And thank you, Bobbie, for allowing us to utilize the vehicle of your body to bring forth this message to these wondrous individuals. Come here to learn new and exciting ways to manifest the beauty and the wonder and the power within them. There is a misconception, my darlings, that the power must lie only with the God, the oneness, the all that is, that everything must be in that, and that you are lowly, less than, squabbling, squiggling little beings that are not allowed to be empowered to make decisions, to have lives, to have visions, to create the wonder that you want to create in your lives. There are some sayings in your religions that it must all come through spirit. What we want you to know is that we are here as an auxiliary to you. This is your life. This is your time. This is your choice to be in this existence, in this particular modality called human, living in this life here in this time-space continuum called life on planet Earth. Of course you're supposed to have some power over your life. You have the power to ignore us or the power to include us. You have the power to be happy. You have the power to be sad. You have the power to choose a life full of abundance and joy and possibilities. You have the power to choose a life of struggle and pain and distress. The reason you have that power, my darlings, is this is your chance to play in the Disneyland of this particular environment called life on planet Earth. And some of you came here to learn lessons that others would not choose. Some people don't want to be empowered to be movers and shakers and people out in the public eye. Some of you don't want to work in a factory. Some of you don't want to be homeless. Some of you don't want to learn the lessons of struggle. Some of you don't want to learn the lessons of rich abundance. But some of you do. All of this is a lesson. All of this is a chance to learn. All of this is a possibility. Now, that does not mean that when you see your fellow human travelers struggling in pain and poverty and misery and want, that you step back and say, well, they chose that, they want that. I'm not going to be any part of assisting them in finding anything different. All we are asking is that you realize it is a choice, and that then you get to choose to say, have you ever considered this as a possibility? That you get to be one who looks for ways to be of assistance when you see someone struggling without making them bad and wrong for the struggle. Realizing that within their place, within their environment, within their worldview, where they are at may be the only choice they see available. And if you are willing to offer new possibilities for them to consider, they might make the choice to live life a little differently. For that is what we do with you, my darlings. We look at you and we love you so absolutely. The courage you have to come here to learn these lessons, to move through this planet, to try on different ways of being and learn to get along with different people and learn to struggle and learn to joy. And as we watch you, we are amazed at the diversity that you are able to create. And sometimes when we're looking at you and we see you struggling and you call out for our assistance, we go, oh, you would like a little help of new possibility? Well, of course we would love to offer that to you. And so when you will listen, we come through with possibilities and opportunities to empower you. For when we speak of power, we are not talking about the power that is frequently utilized in your environment, about power over and I am the one in charge and I shall dominate and I shall have absolute domain. Mankind has been given dominion over the earth. That word was poorly miscommunicated. You were given opportunity to play on the earth. It was not that you could rule in absolutes. For if you stand up to a hurricane and tell Mother Nature that she should stop, let us see which one has the power there. But it's not that we have power over you. It's that we have a set of environments and agendas that are in place that you and we agreed to create the environment and the possibilities of this life here on planet Earth. And when you call out and ask for our assistance, then you give us permission to give you information to empower you, to help you feel the power within you, to change the lives that you are living in ways that will be even more delightful. It is empowerment that we are looking for, and you have the power to choose to be empowered by us and your own higher visions of what it is you want to do in this life you are living. It is very, very important, if you want to move forward, that you accept the response ability of the power within you to make choices. That you accept the response ability to utilize your power in a way that will empower you to move forward more powerfully. When you call on us, then we can send through visions, ideas. We'll send through other people to offer different suggestions. We'll send you to give individuals different suggestions. And then the trick, my darling, is to listen to whether or not is your egoic self trying to be the boss or spirit moving through you with information. And most of the time, the way you will know that is if it is you wanting to be the boss, when you offer suggestions and individuals do not adhere to those suggestions or move on what you suggest, and you become upset and affronted and angry and frustrated, that is ego. When we make a suggestion to you, and when you allow the suggestions of us to come through, there is a release that says, I have done my job. The rest is for the individual to choose. That spirit moving through, that is spirit offering possibility. And when you choose to be the vehicle of that information, release it. It is not your job after that to do any more than to listen to see if Spirit has yet another message for this individual, should they ask for more message. And then you release. And you move about your life looking for your messages. Look about your life looking for your inspiration. Look about your life appreciating all the fantasticness that you have been able to co-create with us, and that you are able to vision and manifest still more powerfully in the future. I've got the power to make all my dreams come true. You've got the power, there ain't nothing you can't do. You've got the power to be anything you want. You've got the power inside of you. You've got the power inside of you. And that is okay. That is good. For when you stay connected with Spirit, asking for guidance, you will stay on the channel that allows you to use the power within you appropriately, that will allow you to stay in alignment. For one who is moving with the Spirit does not do damage and harm to others when you are clear that it is Spirit and not ego. That is the challenge, my darlings. And that is why we ask you to meditate. That is why we ask you to journal or do art or do different processes to keep your alignment with Spirit, so that you will know the feeling of Spirit within your own being in your daily life. And you will sense when ego is in the way. And you will clarify and clear up before you speak, being sure that the process of Spirit is there. That is why we give you so many processes to clear out old problems and old beliefs and old struggles and old programming. Because it is that old programming that ego holds on to that sometimes takes charge, that creates some of the struggles. And the old programs aren't bad. They worked at a time other than this. But being aware of when you're caught in an old program and being Miss Bossy Pants versus being in the space that knows that Spirit is moving through you. And an inkling of ego is there wanting to take charge, and you bless inkling and the ego, and you give it a hug and you say, no, no. At this point in time, our energy aligned with Spirit is what we want to engender, to be with, to play with, to allow us to move forward more powerfully, and to allow us to be of assistance to our fellow human travelers should they choose to ask. So in a shortened version, the message is, appreciate that regardless of what you think, everybody else on the planet is in the middle of a lesson that is of value for them. Regardless of your agenda, their agenda has value for them. If you are called to be of assistance to one who is asking, you have an opportunity to expand your life by interacting with their life. But after you have delivered any messages you feel moved to deliver, release and let go, and let Spirit do the rest. You have the power to empower as we have the power to empower, but it is always through being asked. Well, sometimes we offer when you haven't quite asked, and sometimes you offer when someone hasn't quite asked. But the trick is to let go and release and know that regardless of your opinion, your thoughts, and your considerations, all is unfolding exactly as it should. That's why we end our shows with trust the flow and let the good times roll. Yes, yes, yes. Now we are not ending our show, my darlings. Yes, yes,